So I wanted to share a story about something that happened to me many years ago in the desert Southwest on a hot summer afternoon. It's kind of getting into summer. I was thinking about the importance of hydration, and I thought no better way to illustrate it than a very scary thing that happened to me many years ago. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is exploring. We're going to do that a lot together. One of the things that I did a lot of when I was in the desert Southwest was looking for mining equipment, like caves and abandoned mine shafts and like old mine carts. I just loved it, and I found a bunch of them. One day, particularly hot, it was about 115 degrees in the shade. I went out with a buddy, and we parked our car on the edge of town, and way off in the distance I could see some mining equipment. And I foolishly left my 16-ounce water bottle in the car. I just figured it's just right over there. It's just over there. Man, there's people that have lost their lives doing stupid stuff like this. It's just right over there. Total exposure. The terrain, the thumbnail is AI generated, but the terrain is like that. It's it's western Arizona, so it's going to be very rocky with a lot of cactus. I don't know, maybe not a ton of cactus, but very rocky. Not sand, not like the Sahara or anything like that. But anyways, park the car, leave the water bottle, start headed there. Have you ever done anything where you're walking towards something without like an appropriate frame of reference on how far it is? Well, that was one of these times, and I kept walking and walking and walking, and it just didn't seem like this dang piece of equipment was getting any closer to me. And I started to get kind of worried because I knew my mouth was drying out, and panic started to set in a little bit, because like how serious some of these consequences can be. And after about 20 minutes, I look back and I still see the car. It's way off in the distance, and this mining equipment that I'm staring at looks closer, but not close enough. And I made the choice to just turn around and head back to the car, because then I like took my shirt off and just covered my face. I mean, if you've never experienced like plus 110 where it's, getting up to 115 and 117, it's like just a totally different beast. It's not just hot, it's like killing you hot. Anyways, and I just was covering my head, my mouth was dry, like all the symptoms of like a regular old panic attack on top of that, which was not ideal. Finally made it back to the car, and went and grabbed that super piping hot bottle of water that was in the center console, popped the lid off, put it in my mouth. Man, my mouth was so dry, it was just like it was just hard to swallow. I mean, like, it was just a mess. And, took a few, slowly drank, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself or whatever. But that was basically the end of that story. But the moral is basically, when it comes to hydration, the mine isn't worth it, whatever that is. So basically, the rule of thumb for me is rules of thirds, which is very similar to what cave divers do. The principle, even though I don't do it, the principle of using a third of the tank to get to where you're going, a third of the tank to get back, and a third for emergencies. Especially when it's hot, I use that same kind of rule for water. I just kind of estimate how much water I think I'm going to need, and then just make sure that I bring a third more. It doesn't hurt. If this was interesting to you, consider subscribing and following along, just trying to get used to being in front of a camera. But we're going to do tons of adventures together, and I can't wait to do that. So have a good day. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.